Happy Friday, everybody. Meteorologist Hunter Forst here. Welcome to another edition of the Weather Desk. Happens here every weekday at 9 o'clock, even though we were a couple minutes late today due to some streaming issues. But that's what happens with technology sometimes. We have a few good things to talk about this morning, including tomorrow is the first day of winter. So that's always exciting for some of us. And the holidays are coming up. We have Hanukkah. We have Christmas on Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming work week. And then we're going to have some cooler temps this weekend. But once we get towards next week, we're finally going to see some warmer weather return to the East Coast. We have been having a whirlwind of weather this entire December, especially along the East Coast. It's been hot. It's been freezing. We have seen it all this December. But let's get to the first topic here. It is the first day of winter, and it is feeling like it in a lot of places, especially in North Dakota. Feels like -6, or it's actually -6 degrees. That's not even with the wind chill. The actual air temperature, at least this morning, was well below zero. So let's just chat about the first day of winter. It happens tomorrow at 4:20 in the morning on Saturday, December 21st, shortest day of the entire year. And all of this happens because of our tilt, our 23.5 degree tilt of our Earth. So during the winter, we're tilted away from the sun, and then during the summer, we're tilted towards the sun. So that's exactly why we have those seasons. And Earth's axial tilt is the furthest from the sun during the winter solstice. And now we finally will have longer days coming after tomorrow. We have our earliest sunset of the year on the first day of winter. And then as we get towards summer, the first day of summer, we start to get those sunsets later and later and later. So tomorrow, length of daylight, a little over 9.5 hours. So let's take a look at the weather for the first day of winter for areas along the East Coast. A little bit cool, especially in areas down in Florida. Only 62 in Orlando. It's going to be the upper 40s from Atlanta up towards Raleigh, North Carolina. Chilly in Cleveland. Could see a few areas of snow over there as well. 35 in New York City, 31 degrees in Boston for our Saturday afternoon. Chillier up in Minneapolis, only going to be in the teens by the afternoon. 19 cool in Chicago, 24 degrees, even down in Dallas and Oklahoma City. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s as we head into the afternoon. Little Rock sitting at 45 degrees. Plenty of sunshine in areas in the Midwest, even down towards Houston, 60 degrees. Still pretty cool down there, but a good amount of sunshine. As we head towards the West Coast, 62 in Denver. Not going to be feeling like winter for them. Going to be having a good amount of sunshine. Almost 80 degrees in Phoenix on the first day of winter. Cooler over towards LA, San Fran, and Seattle. Upper 50s to around 60 degrees, and then 50 degrees for Seattle. But of course, more rain for portions of the West Coast from Northern California through Oregon up towards Seattle as well. But here are the current temperatures right now. Again, Bismarck, North Dakota sitting at -5 degrees. Winnipeg, -13. It's 10 in Omaha, 63 down in Orlando. It's 36 degrees in New York City, 22 in Bangor, 46 degrees here in Norfolk, Virginia. But again, it is just cold, especially up in areas of Canada. Look at some of these numbers. Imagine being in Stony Rapids right now, and it's -35 degrees. Absolutely frigid. -15 in Churchill, Pickle Lake, -17 degrees. Over towards Alaska, look at the difference between Anchorage and Fairbanks. They're not super far apart, but a lot of this has to do with the ocean right near Anchorage. So they're sitting at about 21 degrees, but Fairbanks is -16. So much colder if you go further inland. Juneau sitting at 29 degrees. Bella Bella sitting at 41. Over towards areas of eastern Canada, chilly in some of these areas, 9-10 degrees, low 20s once you get over towards St. John's and Daniels Harbor. Actually lower 30s by St. John's, 27 degrees in Halifax for this morning. For today's weather, though, it's going to be kind of a snowy type of day for portions of the Northeast. So if you're traveling up the 95 corridor up towards the East Coast today, especially in areas of New York, you're certainly going to want to watch out for some areas of slick spots because you could see some snow falling up there, especially around Boston, New York, Albany, Buffalo. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s for New York City and Boston, but again, they could still see some snow. I don't think New York City has seen any snow so far this entire season, nor has Boston. So they're kind of due for a little bit of snow. Not going to be a whole bunch that they'll get today, but they have the chance to see a few flurries. 74 degrees down in Orlando, two different worlds. 57 in Atlanta at 65 degrees for New Orleans this afternoon. Minneapolis only going to be at 17, but up 2 degrees tomorrow. They'll be sitting at 19. 34 in Chicago this afternoon. 45 in Little Rock with a good amount of sunshine. 46 in Oklahoma City. 69 degrees down in Dallas. So if you're heading more towards the west today, if you are doing a little bit of traveling, the weather could be a little bit better over there. Even further towards the west, Denver, Phoenix, 81 degrees, plenty of sunshine. 53 in Billings. Less rain on the East Coast for today, but again, we'll see more for tomorrow. 55, partly sunny skies in Seattle with a small chance for some rain showers, but better than what they have been seeing. 58 in San Fran today, 63 degrees down in Los Angeles. But here is the switch that is coming. So blues here representing below average, reds here representing above average. And we were seeing that with these temperatures on the West Coast. Denver in the 60s. During December, definitely above average. But for areas along the East Coast, we've been seeing those below average temperatures, and it's going to continue to stay below average heading into the weekend, even colder for Sunday with temperatures super, super cold in a lot of spots. But you'll notice once we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, a lot of the above average temperatures push more towards the east, engulfing more of the United States. So it still is kind of staying on the West Coast, but spreading more to a larger population as we head towards Wednesday. Looking like a lot of us will be right around average from the Northeast down towards the Mid-Atlantic heading into Christmas Day. But a lot of us could be seeing above average temperatures for our Christmas. And you know, that means no snow for a lot of you guys, or at least you won't be seeing any snow falling during the day. You could still have some on the ground, but not many places out there right now have any snow on the ground whatsoever. So you'll notice here as we head towards next week, in the next 2 weeks, a lot of the U.S. will be above average. Anywhere from California all the way to Maine, above average temperatures, especially from Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, northern Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, but even down into Tennessee Valley, Mississippi, Louisiana, even in the central Atlantic, portions of you guys above average as we head towards the new year. Here's the blast of cold temps that will be coming down heading into the weekend. So you'll notice here, Saturday, temperatures dropping back into the mid-30s. So certainly not as cold as what we've been seeing, you know, during some points of this fall. But look at Minneapolis waking up Saturday morning. These are actual air temperatures. It's going to be 1 degree waking up in Minneapolis Saturday morning. 37 here in Norfolk, 28 in Boston. It'll be chilly over there. 19 in Buffalo. Thunder Bay, right over the border, negative 12 degrees over there. 30 in Nashville. It's going to be cold, and even down towards Jackson, Mississippi, it's going to be 32 degrees. Jacksonville, Florida, just barely above 40. They'll be at 41 degrees. So certainly a lot of the cold air reaching super, super far south heading into Saturday morning. Warming up a little bit for Saturday afternoon. Low 40s, excuse me, here in Norfolk. 19 heading into Minneapolis, mid to upper 50s for portions of Texas. But once we get into Sunday morning, even colder in a lot of spots. Jackson will be 28 degrees, 27 in Nashville, 29 in Norfolk. Look at Buffalo. It's just going to be 9 degrees. Boston only going to be 11. That's not even including the wind chill. Montreal going to be 0. So if you're traveling this weekend to portions of the Northeast, it's going to be a cold, cold weekend for a lot of them over there. Even if you go down south, it's going to be chilly. Atlanta will be 31 degrees Sunday morning. Kansas City will be 30 degrees. Heading into the afternoon, warming up a little bit in a few spots, but by the time we get into Sunday night in Boston, it's only going to be 12 degrees. 36 in Atlanta Sunday night. 43 in Kansas City. It'll be 32 degrees over in Chicago. But let's take a look at the travel weather as we head, or even so post-Christmas. These are when we'll start to see those temperatures starting to rise. So Thursday is the day after Christmas. So maybe you're traveling back home then if you're not staying in places for too long. But temperatures will be a little bit below average in Richmond. 49 degrees, but Knoxville 58, 50 in Columbus. It'll be 51 in Salina, 67 in Dallas. But we'll see those temperatures rising as we head into Friday and especially into Saturday into the lower 50s, then getting closer to 60 degrees by the time we get into next weekend for a lot of those places along the East Coast, even Minneapolis. Next Monday, pushing 40 degrees. I mean, that's going to be well above average for them over there. Where are they at now? They're at a couple degrees with their air temperature this morning. So 39 will be feeling kind of like summer for them over there. Even down in Atlanta, 62 by the time we get into next Monday. So these are the warmer temperatures we were talking about, where a lot of, especially the northern plains around Wisconsin or Minnesota, are going to see those above average temperatures, pushing 50 in Chicago, even 51 degrees in New York City. We'll be feeling really, really, really nice. Here's the holiday travel outlook for our next topic. And again, here is that system in the Ohio Valley that's going to bring them some snow, pushing into the Northeast. So Ohio getting on some showers and some snow. Indiana as well. Pennsylvania, portions of New York, getting in on some of those snow showers. So as we zoom in a bit, seeing some of a few areas getting in a good clip of some snow showers, but most of this looking to be fairly light. So not looking like you're going to see major accumulation throughout the day today. But let's take a look at the futurecast as we head towards Friday morning. So this morning, we're going to see that push of snow heading into the Northeast by this evening. So a lot of areas in New York, Pennsylvania. Look at Boston getting in on some good snow showers as we head into the night tonight. So they're certainly going to be excited for that. Well, maybe some of them, because again, they haven't been seeing much snow this entire season. Same with New York City, and a lot of areas of New Jersey could be getting on a few snow showers this evening. So if you enjoy the snow and you're in a place that doesn't see it very often, even areas this far north don't get it very often, especially if they're along the coast because of that warmer water. Once we get into Saturday morning, a lot of these areas should be cleared out, but a few lingering snow showers as we head into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening as well, and then super clear by the time we get into Sunday and Monday morning. Here's the snowfall potential for the next 2 days or so. Anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, maybe 6 inches or 6 to 8 in portions of western New York. But Connecticut, not a ton, maybe 1 to 3 inches or a trace to 1 inch. Same in portions of New Jersey, but even seeing some darker blues in portions of Boston. They could be getting in on 3 to 6 inches of snow as we go throughout the next day or so. So that's some good news for them over there. Again, so let's zoom in here. Here's Boston, right? You're seeing some of those darker blues over there, especially up towards Bangor as well. Burlington, Cleveland getting in on some snow. But if you're south of D.C., nothing. Here's a Christmas Eve travel forecast. Say you're leaving Christmas Eve like I am to go back home. The weather along the East Coast, chilly in some spots, especially up towards the Northeast, but not a whole lot going on. The sky's looking to be partly sunny, a little bit cloudier up towards the Northeast. But other than that, that's what you like to see. Easier travel, especially if you're flying, you won't be delayed. Cleveland looking like they could see maybe a little bit of snow, but 39 degrees. Off towards The middle of the country, a few scattered showers in Little Rock, Dallas, and Houston could see some thunderstorms as well. Oklahoma City, some showers, but more north of that. So Chicago, Omaha, Minneapolis, upper 30s, mid 30s for Minneapolis, 47 in Omaha, a few showers for St. Louis as well. But overall, not looking like a total washout for some of these areas for Christmas Eve. But can't say the same for San Fran and Seattle. You guys will be dealing with some rain. 52 degrees for Seattle on Christmas Eve, 60 and San Francisco. But if you're traveling from San Fran to LA, weather's looking like it'll get a little bit better heading down towards Southern California with a little bit more sunshine, but a chance for a few showers. Temperatures in the lower 60s. But Phoenix, Christmas Eve, going to be feeling great. 77 degrees, a good amount of sunshine as well. Cloudy in Salt Lake City, the temperature is 55. But Billings back there was going to be 47 degrees on Christmas Eve. Going to be pretty comfortable for them. Here's Christmas Day. A little bit more cloud cover from areas of Raleigh down to Atlanta. Atlanta, you guys could be seeing a couple showers as well. Can't rule out a few scattered showers in areas of the mid-Atlantic as well, but up towards Boston and New York City, temperatures rising back into the mid to upper 30s. Cloudier in Cleveland, 40 degrees. Orlando, a few showers, temperatures around 76. And then New Orleans looking a little bit rainy and 70 degrees. Over towards Chicago, 40, 52 down in St. Louis, a few scattered showers, 71 in Houston, 62 in Dallas. That's going to be really, really nice. 45 in Omaha for our Christmas Day. So if you're doing any traveling, from Oklahoma City down to Dallas or Houston, that's going to be looking really well for you. If you're going up towards Omaha as well, looking like the weather will play not a major role. So that's what we like to see. Cooler temperatures for Denver, but still 52 degrees. For our Christmas Day. Up towards Billings, again, 48. They're going to be seeing some comfortable temperatures. A lot of the areas on the west looking like they're going to see some better weather for our Christmas Day. San Francisco, 57, partly sunny skies. Down in Los Angeles, a little bit warmer, about 63 degrees. But poor Seattle, they're still going to be seeing some rain on Christmas Day and temperatures only in the upper 40s. Now let's take a look at white Christmas chances. And again, not a lot of us have a big chance. If you're in the mountains, Rocky Mountains, sure, you're most likely going to have a white Christmas. But if you're anywhere from, Kentucky down through Oklahoma, you guys are not looking good for a white Christmas, really ever. It's a very low chance for areas in the south, even up towards the northeast. These chances aren't very high. Even in Connecticut, those chances aren't super, super high. The highest chances are in areas of northern Minnesota, northern Maine, northern New York, Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan as well. But other than that, those chances of a white Christmas are normally rather small. On to the next topic, though, cooler temps, especially for here in Hampton Roads. So we're going to want to get ready. 49 degrees for our high today. Chance to see a few scattered showers. It was misty today in the Hampton Roads area, and especially in downtown Norfolk. Winds out of the northeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And we're going to continue to see those temperatures rising as we head into the afternoon, the upper 40s. Chances go down a bit for those isolated showers, but can't rule them out. And then we drop back down into the mid to lower 40s by this evening. Here's the 8 to 14 day precip outlook. So again, December 28th through January 3rd, 2025. New Year's coming up. What are the normal for a good portion of the United States? So that kind of makes sense because remember when we were seeing that the temperatures for the whole United States during the same time period will be warmer than average. So now that we're going to see precip, a little bit higher than average due to the warmer temperatures, that makes sense because when you have warmer temperatures, you can get more moisture in the atmosphere. So that does make a lot of sense. Here's the temperature outlook again. A lot of the United States going to be warmer than average during that same time period, especially here in Hampton Roads. If you're looking forward to the warmer temperatures coming back, like the other day when we had temperatures in the low 70s. Not looking like we'll see that anytime soon, but it will be better than the upper 30s we're going to see heading into Sunday and Monday of the upcoming week. Here we go into next week, though. We're finally back into the mid to upper 50s, pushing 60 degrees, especially by next Sunday and Monday. And our average high by then is about 52 degrees. So we'll be a couple of degrees above where we should be for that time of year. For today, spotty drizzles, few showers are possible. I think most of us will just say mostly cloudy. We're going to have a secondary cold front push through later tonight, which is going to bring us that second shot of colder air. And not only is it going to be colder, it'll be super, super breezy tomorrow and even on Sunday as well. But again, we were just looking at those warmer temperatures for next week. Here is the ocean front. It is looking very, very misty out there on our Priority Automotive cam. Not really seeing many people taking a walk on the boardwalk. Maybe one person way, way down there trying to get some exercise in, but not a single. Oh, there's someone on the beach with their dog going for a little walk out there. Temperatures are sitting in the mid 40s, 46 degrees, winds out of the north at 10 miles per hour. We were seeing a few showers earlier this morning, but a lot of those have pushed off. But here's another round coming through, heading into areas like Suffolk, downtown Norfolk, over towards Franklin. Right now, most likely, or they're looking to be along the 95 corridor, but those are pushing more towards the west as we go through the next couple of hours or so. We'll start to see those showers pushing through. Heading into our Saturday morning, temperatures are going to be chillier. We're only going to be in the lower 40s by the time we get into the afternoon. This futurecast did not have any pauses, so I'm going to go redo that. Here we go, so you guys can get a better idea of what happened there. So this afternoon, a chance to see a few scattered showers, right? Especially as we head towards, 10, 11, 12 o'clock this afternoon. We'll clear out by the evening hours. Temperatures in the lower 40s. A bit of cloud cover as well, but we should clear out by the time we get into Saturday morning. But look at these temperatures, low to mid 30s. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be breezy. Heading into our Saturday afternoon, temperatures will be only in the low 40s, but with the gusts up to about 30 miles per hour, 25 to maybe 30. It'll be feeling like the mid 30s really throughout the entire day tomorrow. Saturday evening dropping back into the 30s once again, and then Sunday morning even colder. Most of us will be, in the 20s to start off our Sunday morning. 27 in Suffolk, 28 in Norfolk. It'll be mostly sunny, but it's going to be chilly. We'll only stay in the 30s throughout the day on Sunday. Even this model not taking those numbers very high in Norfolk, keeping them in the lower 30s, a little bit warmer down in eastern North Carolina, but I think most of us will get into the mid to upper 30s heading into our Sunday afternoon. Here's a look at the weekend forecast. Once again, Saturday, 43 degrees, 4-hour high, mostly sunny, colder and breezy. As we get into Sunday, 37 degrees, and it's going to be sunny, but that sun is not going to help you warm up, because it's also going to be breezy. So it'll probably feel like the low 30s, mid to upper 20s, really throughout the entire day on Sunday. Back to today, mid to upper 40s to around 50 degrees in areas of the south side. And then once we get up towards the eastern shore, a little bit cooler in areas over there. Memphis sitting at 46 degrees today. Isolated showers are possible. 47 in Gloucester today, 46 degrees in Matthews. And as we get down towards eastern North Carolina, always a little bit warmer down there. Lower 50s, 53 in Hertford today, 50 in Ahoskie, 51 degrees in Currituck this afternoon. And tonight, 36 degrees, turning colder. Don't think we'll see much of an isolated shower, but tomorrow again, 43, breezy and chilly, gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Other than that, here's our 7-day forecast. Finally, things will get warmer heading into the holidays. Once we get past this weekend, 37 degrees, 41 on Monday, and then we're back into the 50s as we get into Christmas Eve and Christmas, 52 degrees, 53 by next Thursday, and even past that, we'll get even higher. That's exactly what we like to see. Well, that's the end of the weather desk for today. I appreciate you joining me. Again, I'm Meteorologist Hunter Forst. You could find me on Facebook as Meteorologist Hunter Forst, Instagram Hunter Forst, HUNNERFORST. We are the 13 News Now weather team in Norfolk, Virginia, and we're here every day during the week at 9 o'clock for the Weather Desk. And again, thanks for joining, and we'll be back on Monday at 9 o'clock.